Alright, so Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch has had quite the eventful February this far. First we got the Nintendo Direct, which was filled with great announcements, but there was one game in particular that was missing from there, and that was Pokemon, of course. Ever since the year started, people have been speculating, spreading rumors about when the reveal of Pokemon Switch will take place. And now after Reggie announced that he is resigning from his position as Nintendo of America president, another hint is coming through about when likely Pokemon Gen 8 for Nintendo Switch will be revealed. And the most given evidence pretty much at this point is the Pokemon Twitter account, which is in many ways counting down to the Pokemon Day on February 27th, which is coming on the next Wednesday, hence the title of the video. And what is really going on is that they're not counting down just days as they did in past examples, they are counting down regions. So they started with Kanto, yesterday they talked about Johto, and today, right before this video was uploaded, they posted about the Hoenn region, which is the third generation. So next we'll have Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola, and then finally on the Pokemon Day, people think that we'll get the Generation 8 region and the first reveal trailer for Pokemon Gen 8 for Nintendo Switch. And this seems actually quite likely because based on new generations, they are usually revealed long ahead compared to, say, remakes or spin-off titles. A good example here is or follow-up titles, because a new generation is a brand new location that you need to introduce over a longer span of time. And a perfect example here was the Pokemon reveal of Pokemon X and Y, which happened through a dedicated Pokemon Direct back in January 2013. And that's also when we got the reveal of the Kalos region, we got the first gameplay trailer, and of course that the game is coming out in 2013. Then we had in 2016, which is much more interesting in our case, Pokemon Sun and Moon, which were revealed on the Pokemon Day. Obviously that was because it was the 20th anniversary of the Pokemon Company on February 27th, 2016, but nonetheless, still, seriously, this is not a real coincidence. And when you start counting down provinces of Pokemon games, well, then I can just say one thing, and that is that, yeah, it seems very likely, or it's a very well-planned troll from the Pokemon Company. But yeah, what I can really say about this is that we just have to wait and see. My prediction is that throughout the weekend, Monday, we'll get all the remaining regions. So we have Friday today, so tomorrow we'll have Sinnoh, which is a region everyone is waiting for. We're not getting the Sinnoh remake, of course, yet at least. And then on Sunday we will have Unova. On Monday we will have Kalos. And on Tuesday we will have Alola. And when they will talk about Alola, don't be surprised if they suddenly start talking about a Pokemon Direct on Pokemon Day on Wednesday the 27th, which goes very much in line, as we already stated, with the early in the year reveal of new generations, that being Generation 6, Pokemon X and Y, and in 2016 being the 20th anniversary of Pokemon and the reveal of Generation 7, Alola, Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, do I think Wednesday is when it's happening? It seems very likely. I would put it at 70% at this point, because the Pokemon Company is known for trolling. After all, they uploaded a freaking Slowpoke and Magikarp song on their YouTube account, which generated millions of views. But still, it's pretty much the way it is right now, and we can't wait to see what's coming this upcoming week. It might be a very good reason why we didn't see Pokemon in the Nintendo Direct that was in February, and that they just want to start their promotion and the PR campaign for the Generation 8 of Pokemon titles, which will obviously be located in a brand new location. The rumors are England. We already made a video on how an England region could work with the expert on this region type videos, Mr. Buddy. So the video is not performing that well, so we would very much appreciate if you go and click that little thingy up. Wait a minute, it's going to be there? I think it's there. Yeah, there. So click that little thing up there, and then you will get to see a very intricate and deep view of what we think Pokemon England region could be, because people are talking about King and Queen. Obviously, those are just rumors. We're staying away from rumors, but these are actual posts by the Pokemon Company through their official Twitter account, where they demonstrate every region in depth. And maybe that's the way also they want to reveal Pokemon Switch. We get to Pokemon Day and they suddenly put new region and start explaining about it. We maybe not get gameplay from it, but at least we get the region, and that will be the reveal of the Pokemon Gen 8 core RPG for the Nintendo Switch. And that's at least how I see it, and I really expect it to probably go down in more or less the same way. But with that in mind, every clue works. Generation 6, January, Generation 7, February 2016, and hopefully now Pokemon Generation 8 Core RPG for Nintendo Switch, also on February 27th, but in 2019. All the way to E3, where we obviously will have Pokemon Switch being one of the 3 big games. And my prediction is pretty much that Pokemon Switch will be the main game, but they will focus on the games that are moving over from the 3DS to the Nintendo Switch. And that's another thing we need to bring up when we talk about this reveal. It's very, very important to Nintendo and Game Freak. Why? Because it's a big move from handheld, that being 240p, to console, that being full HD. And we have never had a mainline Pokemon game in full HD on the Nintendo Switch, and expectations are just completely sky high at this point. So my prediction is that we need this reveal on Wednesday, because the Pokemon Company is moving into completely unexplored waters. They're moving into completely uncharted territory. And I think that we are in for a big and ambitious title. Of course, it will not be an open world like in the case of Breath of the Wild. Let's hype responsibly. Let's just hype responsibly in this case, because unfortunately there are a lot of Pokemon channels that are just pumping it up completely. And from my point of view, the best thing we can get when it comes to Generation 8 is a semi-open world, say in the style of the old Zelda games, but with Pokemon, and that would be great. Like having a 3D environment to move in with a not necessarily top-down perspective, that would be excellent. And even a top-down perspective in crispy, clean HD would be absolutely great, with new locations, cities, and so on. But with that said, to be fair, I actually would prefer different regions than England, because England feels a little bit stale. Especially if it comes to such a big milestone and leap that the Pokemon Company is making with this game. So I would actually prefer, say, a more exotic region, like maybe another English-speaking country like Australia with New Zealand, or maybe South Africa, which has amazing wildlife, or even Brazil in the Amazon forest. So that maybe might be the question, on top of obviously the reveal, which is, which region would you like, or real world region would you like to see Pokemon Switch take place in? Leave your reply in the comment section down below, and we are just 15,000 subscribers away from 200,000 subscribers, and we are doing the most important push now, so that we'll be able to get there as soon as freaking possible. Because this is a milestone we have been building up to a long time, and we have some very nice surprises when that time arrives. So make sure to subscribe. So as mentioned, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and press that shiny notification bell to not miss any of our Pokemon Switch videos, because the reveal might be right around the corner. Or at least we get a big troll from the Pokemon Company on the Pokemon Day. But it looks like it will be, but it's more likely at this point, I would say, that we'll actually get the genuine reveal. So guys, until the next Pokemon video, this was Conrad Vanus of the Commonwealth Realm, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We tried to use a little bit a combination of live action and gameplay and concepts and so on. So yeah, we would appreciate if you check out any of these 2 videos, and of course, if you haven't already, consider checking out our patreon.com/commonrealm, and also a big thank you there to our royal producer Kenyatta Ali. We'll see you in the next one.